In this next reenactment, we'll see what problems a homeowner faces when they buy a piece of property without getting a survey in advance.
Barbara, this is a beautiful pool area. What kind of aggravation are you having with this closing?
I'm trying to sell the house. It's a great view. The pool's great. I had a very interested client, and they wanted to buy it. And then all of a sudden they came to me and said that the lawyer did a survey and they're not going to buy it because the pool is right up against all the electrical and cable lines.
The buyers are paranoid because they think they're going to get electrocuted or something?
They said that they're not going to buy the house unless I take care of it. And I don't know. I'm stumped. I don't know what to do.
Do you know if they did a survey or they did?
They did the survey. That's how it happened.
Okay.
I didn't have a survey done because I bought the house for cash when I purchased it.
Oh, and you didn't do a survey?
No, so I had no clue that this was a problem.
Right, okay. All right, well, usually these kind of situations can be resolved. You know, we have to kind of look at the survey, see really what the true issue is. And more than likely, you know, the lines can be moved, but I'm sure they're getting crazy and, you know, buying a house is emotional. So probably the best thing to do is let's talk to Larry Fetter. He's a great attorney. He'll kind of get his hands around what's going on here, you know, try and make peace, and then make sure that this gets resolved so, you know, the closing will go through and everything will be okay.
That'd be great.
Okay, so let's just do that.
All right.
Great.
Fantastic.
Larry, the situation with Barbara is a classic example of someone who bought this house, loved it, probably wasn't guided properly because, you know, she bought she said she bought it, you know, as a cash deal, and she didn't need a survey, but, you know, I don't understand how they didn't get a survey because usually they need a title policy. So maybe she got a survey, but she doesn't know where it is. You know, that can happen sometimes. But what I don't understand is how could a utility easement be that close to a pool?
It happens more than you would think, and I'll tell you what happens. Back in the day, 10, 12 years ago, if you drove through Boca or anywhere in Broward, you'd see the overhead lines. Drive down Power Line Road, Jog Road, you'll see them over your head. The utilities, in order to be safe against hurricanes and disasters, and for repair purposes, started putting these lines underground. Well, very often, the lines went in before the house was built, or the pool was put in and the people putting in the lines for telephone, cable, gas, FP&L didn't really care. They dug a ditch, put it in, and buried it. And later when a survey was done, this problem popped up. So really for aesthetic purposes and also for protecting the utility, that's why they went underground. Right. Now, how do you resolve it? Just because the pool may be on the encroachment or on the easement or encroached on the easement doesn't mean you're without a remedy. What happens is a FP&L, if you call them, they will come out, they will see how things lie as far as the pool and the line, and if they feel they can get to that electric line and dig around the pool to get to it, they will give you what's called a waiver of the lien, which means a waiver of the easement, which means, yeah, we know the pool is there, we've got our line there, but you know, we can get it if we need it, don't worry about it. That's what happens in most of the cases. When that can't be done, the homeowner has two choices. They can possibly give the utility a little more property and let them move the lines where there's more access, right, or the utility can just run the lines in a different direction or move them out a bit, right, and it usually resolves the problem. I've never had a situation where it couldn't be resolved. It just takes a little bit of effort and a lot of work.
It was not funny, but you know, Barbara was, you know, beside herself because one of the issues was, you know, she's at the closing, they're looking at the survey, it's electric, you know, in their mind, it's electric lines running close to water, so that people think they're going to get electrocuted. And, you know, I'm glad to hear that, you know, with maybe the right counsel, she could have resolved it a little bit better than, you know, what transpired. I don't think the deal is dead, but certainly, you know, had she, and she didn't have an attorney at the closing.
When she bought it, no, she relied on the seller's lawyer, who might not have ordered a survey, who may have gotten it, not read it, or the survey could have been prepared improperly. It's a lot of things that have gone wrong.
Okay. All right, well, great. Well, thank you.
My pleasure.
Great. Well, this show turned out exactly the way I had planned. I mean, I think Larry was amazing. Some of the people that we had who reenacted some of these scenarios really kind of hit home to, you know, how important it is to use a real estate attorney through the process. And not only just use a real estate attorney, but use a good real estate attorney who's experienced in every facet of the business, and having their insight and guidance through the process, in my opinion, is invaluable. So thanks for coming to the show, and we'll see you on the next episode of Real Estate Today.